This first thing, this whole first part I wanted to talk about is awareness, because awareness is key. When you're aware of whatever it is, that where you are, you have the ability to change it, because your free will is the ability to change your mind. Your free will is not this whole other thing that religions are talking about. It's not like, oh, you're taking away something from somebody, or you can't possibly. It's not possible. It's just this bad thing is happening. I decide not to choose. I choose not to think about that. I'm changing that. I'm changing that course. I'm going to start directing my focus on something else. When you recognize that your focus is the key, and wherever you are headed to is your destination, that is your destiny. So if you are focused on the negative, you're going to put your destiny or destination to the negative. And so people will say, well, it was destined to happen. Of course, because you're focusing on it. I know somebody personally that has a lot of anxiety. That's another thing. Doubt, anxiety, that you got to really work on recognizing when you're doing it. Okay. You start to recognize it. It's almost like a seduction. And work on your method of how to help yourself relax, so that you can get out of the anxiety. I think I should do something on what anxiety is and how to control it a bit more. But yes, you want right now to recognize that your awareness is everything. And whatever you focus on, and whatever you're aware of, whatever you're aware of will grow and expand and expound beyond where you are, because your natural, innate nature is to create, good or bad. It's always going to expand. And when you are no longer creating, when you're putting something up or doing something where it's no longer going to be able to expand, like people can think about this in corporations or whatever, you have like evergreen types of business. This is like a thing that you're doing energetically. When that happens, where it doesn't give you the possibility to expand, that is the definition of evil, because you're going to decrease. Okay. So you have to, that's not the evil that people think about with just Satan and all these things that the ism of Christianity invented. It's not that. Trust me, when you start to recognize, I'm somebody that's extremely spiritual, and I've experienced a lot of stuff, like stuff that would make your hair curl. Okay. And when I started to recognize what things were, I became a lot more aware and a lot less afraid and more in control. So with that, understand what your awareness is, understand that you have the control, you have the ability and the free will to change your mind. And it's a practice, it's a science. And in order to make these things happen, you have to experiment with yourself to find out what it is that you need to do. So the next week, we'll be continuing on talking about more with the laws of manifestation and the law of attraction and how they work. So going to go into